I have to make sure I'm not found again. It's kind of too late. You've already blown the stealth section. The Harpies are going to put on the alert. I can't take my time, though. Those Harpy twins are sure to alert the others. I have to draw out the leader right away. It doesn't matter if they hear me anymore. I jump out of the bushes and run forward at full speed. Run towards the tallest tree, where I'm sure the leader must live. Do you need something from my house? I hear the sudden flap of wings behind me. I turn around to see an unusual sight. No way! Turning around was a regal-looking Harpy, standing alone. So this is the Harpy, the current generation of Harpy Queen. Her name in Paradox is Lucretia. And there's not much to say about her. She is a Harpy Queen. She's trying to rebuild her people's population after the previous Harpy Queen sent them on war after war after war, absolutely decimating their population. And so she's in restoration mode, trying to build up the population again so that the next queen will probably be warlike and tear it all down again. And the cycle just continues. Oh, by the way, totally smash. Can't forget that. Totally smash. I mean, look at her. She's hot. Are you the leader of the Harpies? Indeed, I am the Queen Harpy. Do you need something from me? However, I have a pretty good guess. I want you to stop kidnapping the villagers and return them in. If you keep this up, humans will never be able to live peacefully with monsters. Before I draw my sword, I try to reason with her. I doubt I can persuade her. I have to try. You have that in reverse, human boy. We are forced to do this because humans cannot live peacefully with us. What do you mean? What she means is that your religion is going around telling everyone that they absolutely cannot have relationships with monsters. And thus, since her race depends on humans to reproduce, they have to resort to drastic measures. I have no reason to explain myself to you. This is something of critical importance to us as well. I don't really get it, but if you aren't releasing them, I reluctantly draw my sword. It looks like I have no choice but to fight. I have no choice but to seal her with the sword. So it comes down to force, does it? Then allow me to show you the power of the Harpy Queen. Oh, God, quit your bullshit. You're going to half-ass this fight and you know it. Gah! This looks like it's going to be a difficult fight. I need to give this everything I have. Pointing a sword at a queen is a rather big crime. No matter the reason, bad touch is the punishment. What kind of punishment is that? I'm pretty sure I very much enjoy it. I shall personally see to carrying out your punishment even more so. Alright. She does not fly away for some reason, so let's just attack. Whack. I see. You aren't too bad with your sword. It hit? She's gonna try to fly away like the others. The Queen Harpy won't fight in such a sloppy way. It seems like a terrible strategy you're going for there. If you have the ability to fly and it gives you an advantage, you should use it. However, demon decapitation! Feel my just normal attack. And we attack again. Royal Invitation. Now you see, your CG here changed, so that's obviously a counterattack stance. Queen Harpy is completely still. Give me your best shot. You're too pathetic to hurt me. Obviously a goading attempt. What? I have a bad feeling about this. Should I attack? You're not even good at a counterattack stance, Harpy Queen. Many other monsters can at least attack while they're in it. Gird yourself, Luca. Are you going to ignore my invitation? You didn't submit it in writing. You're pretty careful. Queen Harpy puts down her wings. And we shall attack! How's this? Ow. Are you feeling good? If you surrender, I can make it even better. You might not have the HP to get through this. Okay, she didn't attack, but we're still in a tight spot. Once she's done with her invitation, we'll need her to push us down. Having no heal really puts us up to the RNG. It really puts us in the hand of RNGesus, doesn't it? Attack! Nope, that's game. Well, I enjoyed that very much. Lucas succumbs to the queen. After that, Lucas spent the rest of his days as the queen's mate, indulging in pleasure every day. Happy end! Evaluation. Was mating with the Queen Harpy amazing? Yes, it was. Very much so. Drowning in lust and tossing away your mission. How miserable. The Queen Harpy is a very powerful enemy. You'll need to collect SP and use your best moves if you want to win, and then pray to RNGesus. Like with the other harpies, you need to time your attacks carefully if you want to hit. No? No you don't. Moreover, if you attack at a bad time, she will counterattack. Make sure you pay attention to avoid this. It's a long fight, but if you pay attention, you should be able to win. Now go, oh brave Luca. Show the power of your justice to the leader of the Harpies. Alright, let's try this again. Attack! Demon decapitation! Attack! Guard. Guard. Attack! Doing much better this time. Try trampoline? No. Demon decapitation! Attack! Guard. Guard. Attack! Crit! He just has to survive this one hit. Shall we get a little closer? There we go. She's going to bind him. Luca's thrown Luca to... the Harpy Queen has thrown Luca to the ground. She leans down Luca. This might be my chance. Rejoice. Someone like you will get to mate with the Queen. Give everything to my womb. Under any other circumstances. Yes. But here, no. Attack. How could I? Dealt a final blow. The Queen Harpy slumps to the ground. It doesn't look like she can fight back anymore. Queen Harpy was defeated. Luca's now level 8. Alright, I managed to defeat the Harpy Queen. Since I haven't dealt fatal damage, she hasn't been sealed yet. She still seems to have lost too much energy to fight. Now, as we planned, up you go. Throw the magic cylinder I prepared earlier into the air. First, we've heard mention of humans actually using magic. After a second, the cylinder explodes, showering colorful light all over the area. Signal that I beat the Harpy Queen. Charge! Oh, Ilias, give me strength! The women from Happiness Village all come rushing in from their hiding places in the bushes, and quickly make it to where I'm standing. So you're the leader? While you hold down the boss, well, you'll what? Is Luca really expected to stand there as you cut her into little bits with your weapons? I see. The villagers came to rescue the men. While the Queen Harpy mutters that, the villagers surround her. Queen, what's going on? Humans are attacking! Seems like all the sleeping harpies are waking up at the noise. I raise my sword in front of the Queen Harpy. Swear to me that you will return all the men. Swear it! I swear to God, swear to me! If you don't, I'll have to cut you. More than I already have. I won't. The Queen Harpy looks at the ground as she refuses me. It looks like I have no choice. I have to seal her. As I raise my sword... Hey, wait! Stop that! Don't cut the Queen! Jumping out of the tree houses, men start to crowd around us. Damn it! He's ruined our good time. Now we have to face up to our wives. From young to old, they all start to come out and surround us. The men start to stand around the Queen Harpy, protecting her. Father? Mark, you're safe. The village women start to rush the men in joy. What the hell's going on? The men are dressed normally and look healthy. No matter how you look at it, it doesn't look like they're being forcefully held here. Mark, what happened to you? Mother, let me introduce you to my wife, Piana. Mark points to a harpy standing next to him. And this is our daughter, Pee-Pee. Grandma? The tiny harpy walks up to the woman and flaps her wings. Everywhere I turn is a similar scene. Father? What do you mean? What I'm trying to say is, Reina is your new stepmother. Nice to meet you. Harpy that looks to be around the same age as the young woman introduces herself. Which, with monsters, there's literally no telling, no point in trying. No matter where I look. Impossible! The traveler we sent in here a year ago! Yeah, I'm, not a traveler anymore. I actually have 7 children now. These harpies can really pump him out. He's only been here a year. Dang. It seems like all the kidnapped men got married to a harpy. I stare around at the scene in disbelief. It's like that. When you stop attacking the harpies, yeah, because I don't have to defeat the harpies anymore. My job now is to save you people from your wives. Guys, let's see. On the scale of bad things that have happened in this village, let's see. Let's get out our trusty notepad again. Let's see. So, what were the bad things that were happening in this village? There were the harpies, kidnapping. There were the women. Alright, the women. Alice gives them a lot of hard time, but really their biggest issue was cowardice. That's really all they're guilty of. Sending the people to their death, I mean, they just asked them to go. The people didn't have to. But what did the men do? The men, they're dead beats, is what they are. Dead beats. They realized that they could have a life of fun and snoo with the harpies and not have to care about their human family or do any manual work or anything like that. They are deadbeats, and the harpies can do so much better. So, which of these do you think is the worst? So, harpies kidnapping, crime of kidnapping, is pretty serious, but come on. I would trade their place in a heartbeat. The women, I mean, they've been held down by the patriarchy so long that they don't know what they can even do anymore. The men, it's all their choice. They chose to be a bunch of deadbeats. I think the men are the worst, so let's put them at 1. And then the harpies are number 2 because they're committing a legit crime. The women, I mean, they're just asking for help. They're calling the police is what they're doing rather than solving their own problems. So let's put them at 3. They didn't really do anything that bad. So, that's that. I'll stop attacking the harpies. I just have to defend you from your wives now. They are our wives and children, so please stop hurting them. So this harpy is my granddaughter? My stepmother is a harpy? That's right! These harpies are our family now. An elderly man slowly walks forward. Chief! You are still alive? The Harpies are our family, and so are the village women. We shouldn't allow our two families to fight each other. That's right. My mother's family is now Piana's family, too. Let's stop fighting. That's right. As the village women are staying around looking dumbfounded, the Queen Harpy starts to speak. Since we can be nothing but female, we would be unable to breed if we did not borrow human males. We only needed them temporarily. They decided to stick around all on their own, which worked out well for us, so we didn't fight it. However, with humans coming to hate monsters, what choice do we have? Not much. I mean, your choices are to kidnap them and snoo-snoo them at your place, or push them down and snoo-snoo them where you found them. Those were pretty much your choices. With their religious backings, there were no negotiations to be had. But you took every one of them. Yeah, that is kind of... I mean, really you only needed one. It would be one hell of a lucky bastard, but you only needed one. Come on now. You don't want to die out. You can't just take them all away. We never hurt any of the men. We made sure they were happy. That's right, the men were too important to injure or force them against their will. We didn't have to force them anyway. They enjoyed us much better than you human women. So you mean the men were enjoying being here? Yeah, why wouldn't they? No work, everyday free sex. Hell, I'd take it. Of course, they made me feel young again. Every night. I see. Can I talk with you over there for a second? Eee! Honey, I can't explain. Really? What exactly should I do now? I'm sorry. I have 3 more wives now. And how many kids? 7. 2 more next month. I'm glad Father came back, but I have 2 stepmothers and 6 stepsisters now? Similar disputes start to pop up everywhere. Some families look like they're about to start fighting each other. Yeah, I'm sure they would. It seems like the Harpies aren't willing to let any of the men return. Well, what should we do, Alice? How would I know? You're the Monster Lord. You should be an expert at de-escalating situations like this. I'm sure it pops up all the time among monsters. What can we do? If the men are all safe, I guess we don't need to get rid of all the Harpies. Everyone's a big, happy family. Wouldn't that be for the best? The village chief yells out while his wife wrings his neck. That's right. Let's combine the Happiness Village with the Harpy Village in one big family. Well, since my son's married now, and I have a bunch of grandchildren, I don't really mind. She might be happy that her son is married. Can't she really handle having so many daughter-in-laws and grandchildren? This is a problem they'll need to solve themselves. Fake heroes shouldn't get involved. I guess that's right. I want to speak up, but I shouldn't involve myself in their affairs. I mean, honestly, they're getting pretty close to what your ideal would be, Luca. If monsters can only have women, then in order to have a balanced population, you would need monsters marrying human women and monster women. That's just the way the math would have to work out. Honestly, I don't think I could say anything to solve this issue. This is the kind of world I'm aiming for. But seeing it in front of my eyes, I realize it's going to be a lot tougher than I thought. The arguments continue into the night. I'm sure there was much hair pulling to be had. Well then, we won't forcibly kidnap men from the Happiness Village anymore. We will send men from our village to marry Harpies. In return, the Harpies must also help with the farming and the beekeeping in our village. Seems as though they finally reach an agreement. After that, they start to prepare a festival. Harpy and human alike are dancing drunk in the village square. This is all thanks to you. On behalf of everyone, Happiness Village, allow me to thank you. Personally, I mean, the men have been cheating for years now. It is our turn to have a bit of cheating. Thank you, but something like this is natural for a hero to do. Oh, Luca, you're talking yourself into keeping your virginity. I may not be a hero in title, but I am in actions. Therefore, I'm definitely not a fake hero. If you want to show your appreciation, I love sweet things. Okay, we'll give you plenty of happiness honey. Right now we only have enough for one jar, though. Oh, this was unexpected. Unexpected? This was the entire point of the trip as far as you're concerned. Alice, you. I can only stare at Alice's greed. She isn't even going to share. But can you convince the men to marry a Harpy? They don't need convinced after experiencing it once. I muttered to myself while watching them dance in the plaza. Isn't it like sending them out as a sacrifice? Bro, what kind of sacrifices have you heard of? Don't bother worrying, young man. With this, our village will join together in peace and forge a deep bond. More importantly, once you feel the pleasure a Harpy can bring, a human woman just won't do it for you anymore. Mister, your wife is standing right behind you. Is this really a good outcome? I guess it's a good first step to peaceful coexistence. What do you think, Alice? It's sweet. Alice is happily licking her honey-covered fingers. You'd probably like the bee girl's treatment more than Luca would. If the Harpies had just asked for this arrangement from the start, couldn't the whole situation have been averted? That would have been easier for everyone. The humans hated monsters. Why would any of the men voluntarily leave? Their god commanded that they don't. So there you go. You idiot. I guess that's true. To begin with, the men would have refused to be sent out to marry them. Isn't one of Ilias's commandments not to have sexual relations with monsters? Don't say that, Alice. It makes Ilias's teaching seem bad. They are bad. It's true that marriage would be forbidden under Ilias's law. If a man rejects it, the only choice for them is to force it. They would go extinct if they didn't, which is exactly the point. Oh, that's not good. I can't think these things that doubt Ilias. I shake off my doubt as I stand up. I look at Alice and sigh. Well, it's true that forcibly kidnapping the men was a pretty rough solution. It looks like even the Queen was a little hesitant about using such methods. Their only issue was that they went too far. They didn't have to actually kidnap the men, they just had to push them down in the streets. And then, even if they went as far as kidnapping them, they only needed one. Is that right? Of course. Otherwise the Queen would have easily defeated you. She was doubting herself and didn't use her full power to fight you. Really? Is it true she was holding back? Anyway, this issue has now been resolved. I love this song. The next morning, we are indebted to you, traveler. Please come to our village again. We'll be glad to have you. Even though we had our reasons, we were still wrong. Because of you, we were able to correct it. I wish you a safe journey. Thank you all. The true test of how they can get along may still be to come. But I believe that they can keep this bond. Thank you. Come play with us again. Please be safe. Come play again. We'll be glad to be your partners then. Thus we start to head out from the village. But we were stopped by the Harpy Queen. Can I ask you one last question? The silver-haired woman, are you by any chance... I'm a traveling gourmand. Oh, is that right? I don't need to inquire any further, do I? Thus we leave the village. Next, let's head right back and see how they're doing. Village girl. I'm glad Father's back safely. I have a new mother-in-law and sister-in-law. It's kind of complicated. Families generally get pretty complicated. Even in the best of circumstances. Hey, PP, bring that over here. It's a little heavy, so be careful. Okay. Is it okay here, stepmother? That's good, thank you. I'm glad for all the additional help. We're okay over here, but I've heard that other families are having a lot of issues. Still better than when all the men were kidnapped, though. Three wives and 12 children. I divorced him and moved out. I wonder if I should move to Iliasburg. Well, I mean, just abandoning your butt to shack up with other women, yeah, that's grounds for divorce right there. I have a new sister! I have a new sister! When I grow up, I'm gonna marry this girl! When I grow up, I want at least 10 kids! I'm counting on you, darling! Ilias still forbids that kind of thing. Luca, get over it! If you want a world where humans and monsters coexist, that law has to go! Oh, Ilias, what should I do? You should burn the village to the ground. What was that, Ilias? Oh, nothing, just talking to myself. Idiot. Village chief. Even when I was gone, my wife seems to have held things together. It seems like she was a better chief than I was. She probably was. Don't be sad. I'll comfort you. Oh, ho, 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 oh, you idiot! Yeah! Youth. I want to finish my work early and play with my bride. Oh, I'll triple my speed. Hey, shoot up the productivity. Win-win. Old man. I haven't worked on a farm in so long. I've gotten stiff. But I'll do my best for my cute wife and daughters. Who wants to make a baby with me tonight? I won't take someone else's husband, I promise. I'll go to a nearby village and kidnap someone. That's the only way. Harpy sisters. Shall we collect all the honey? We'll work hard during the day and play harder at night. It seems like things are going well enough. It appears as though us Harpies can help out with the farm and beekeeping work too. I hope this peace can remain forever. It unfortunately won't. Ilias has big plans. Let's go check on the inn now that we have the honey back. Sutherland Inn. Oh, welcome! Welcome! I heard that you resolved the situation in Happiness Village. I'll let you stay here whenever you want. Alright, does anyone else say anything? Nope, that's it. Alright, we'll save it here until next time. Queen Harpy. Reigning over the other Harpies as their queen, her dignity and strength cannot be matched by the other Harpies. Not only does she excel in physical and magical strength, but also in her ability to reproduce. To be able to have as many children as possible, her sexual organs are specialized to wring out as much stuff as possible. Once a man has tasted it, it's likely they will be made a prisoner of the pleasure it can bring. When the queen picks a mating partner, it is said that the mating will continue for 3 full days. Forcing 100 shots at a minimum in this time, she is able to conceive over a dozen children. It seems as though she is hesitating over something, and is putting about only half of her power. Normally, a hero would not stand a chance against her.